This story is just my creation. With this story, I want to tell a story with the logical point of this era, without fantasy and mythology. Okay, let's enjoy this story. I am Bawang Putih stepmother. Introduced, my name is Yanti Sriningsih. I was stepmother of Bawang Putih and biological mother of Bawang Merah. Maybe today a lot of people think I'm a bad person because I always tortured Bawang Putih, but let me tell the truth. I was a widow who lived in a small village. I have a daughter named Bawang Merah. My daughter is very diligent and kind. I'm very fond of her and didn't want her to feel any grief or miss the first of to feel the presence of a father figure for her. One day, I saw a girl named Bawang Putih was at work with her father. She was a beautiful girl. They are our neighbors. Bawang Putih has a mother who is very ill now. Because that, Bawang Putih looks sad every day. As a neighbor, we are certainly concerned about the state of the Bawang Putih mother. So, every day, we try to take care of Bawang Putih mother by giving her herbal medicine. But that can cure the Bawang Putih mother. Until one day, Bawang Putih mother dies. Bawang Putih looks so sad. I saw pity to see her, and I was trying to comfort. But she always cried, saying her mother. After that, I tell her that I am ready to be her stepmom. See, Bawang Putih are always sad. I could not bear to see it. I want to dispel the sadness Bawang Putih with a figure of his mother. So, I took her immediately to talk with Bawang Putih's father, and her father agreed, and then we are married. After marriage, I think Bawang Putih will be happy and forget her mother. However, Bawang Putih's situation got better, even more chaotic. Mentally became a little distracted and often alone. Bawang Merah are very happy because she can be a Bawang Putih sister. She had always wanted, is very familiar with Bawang Putih and do a lot of things, but cannot because Bawang Putih turns into silent and sullen person. Bawang Merah are always invited Bawang Putih to play together, but Bawang Putih has always refused on the grounds that very strange. But Bawang Merah never give up, because I have explained to her the circumstances of Bawang Putih. But the behavior of Bawang Putih every day looks more and more strange. Every Bawang Merah invite to her speak or just want to embrace, she look very frightened. One day, when Bawang Putih father servant go out of the village and had an accident and died, our boy family is shocked and sad. Of course, that also caused serious harm to Bawang Putih. Since her father died, Bawang Putih is shut down and her mental state is getting worse. She often went to her river to wash clothes by himself when he could do it at home. Worried, I ordered Bawang Merah to always follow and supervise the Bawang Putih from afar. But how should I know that Bawang Putih mental ever worse? Bawang Merah seen Bawang Putih switch to a goldfish in the river. Because of that, I decided to call a physiologist to examine Bawang Putih. And how surprised I saw, because Bawang Putih has undergone a psychiatric disorder that is severe and is difficult to be handled. She was having psychiatric disorder such as hallucination, can speak with a goldfish. belong to her and thought things that is contrary to the original incident. That is why she always pretended when I and Bawang Merah invite her to chat and want to embrace it. She thinks that we are bad people who want to hurt her. Today, I quit for lunch. Today menu delivered I made vegetable by frying goldfish, who I bought in market special for Bawang Putih. When lunchtime arrived, Bawang Putih shocked and tell if I'm frying the goldfish her friend. I tried to explain, but she would not listen and go into her home, and instead of crying. I tried knocking on the door of his room, but he would not come out. Finally, I just let the Bawang Putih thinking anything bad about me. A few hours later, Bawang Putih go to the garden to bury the bones goldfish. Without knowing it turned out the next day, I also grow herb. There is a week later, suspected of Bawang Putih is a plant that left for a miracle goldfish. A week later, came the news that the king of the village are sick and the prince is holding a competition to treat the king. The competition prize is very large. If successfully treating the king is a man, the prince will make himself as a brother and entitled to stay in the village. And if it is a female, the prince will marry her. Hearing this, I also invited the priest to visit our home to give her the herbal available in the garden of our mansion. The next day, Prince come and we took him to herbal garden. Immediately, I and Bawang Merah deliberately pretending to revoke the medical herb and ordered Bawang Putih to do so, and gave it to the prince. I'm aware that the Bawang Putih needs a new happiness with the right person. After that, Prince returned home to treat the king. 3 days later, came the news that the king had recovered from his illness, and Prince declared the contest has been complete and has been voted the winner. During the day later, the prince came to our home and stated that we win the contest. The prince asked who will receive the gift. Then I and Bawang Merah agreed to choose the Bawang Putih and colored her out. Hearing the news was visible expression of Bawang Putih very pleasant and happy. Like a man had always wanted to see come back. Until finally arriving at the wedding of Bawang Putih and a prince. Bawang Putih looks very pretty with the proper wedding dress and luxury. Matters cannot stop Pauline was happy to see Bawang Putih being happy. And finally, psychiatrist declared Bawang Putih has recovered from her illness. Once again, my happy just followed endlessly. One day, Bawang Putih came to home from the village and apologized for her behavior during a mental illness, and asked me and Bawang Merah to follow she lived in a place with her. But we refused, because this was her story. We had better show the test side. We also hope Bawang Putih will live happily forever. And the moral value: don't just trust with one story where someone telling to you. Try to search the truth of that story from other side, because not all of the story they tell will really happen. And don't fall on sadness so long. That's so not good for your health and mentality. Comment from my friend: this is very great story. Call me a different story start point with the original story. Ideas usage is also very innovative, but the story may be a little difficult to be understood by children under issues is also quiet. Good and background use are also suitable.